I built a web app that predicts Premier League results. It's my prized possession, and to prove its worth, I'm going to be betting on the results it gives me every single match week, as well as placing a juicy 10-match accumulator bet known as the Golden Guess. Join me on this expedition of riches and wealth as we head right into the next round. Well, what an interesting week we've had. We had a few games that were severely underpredicted. It's just been so bizarre. For instance, this game, it was predicted that Liverpool would win 3-1. And, obviously, Liverpool were probably always going to win this game. But it ended up 5-0, and we all know this by now. It was an absolute stomping. United just did not know what they were doing. And it was just, it was just embarrassing to watch, really. We also had the Watford game. We guessed that at 1-0 to Watford, but they ended up winning 5-2, which was an absolute stomping as well, to be fair. You just can't predict these kind of scores. These are the one-offs, aren't they? So, another one we didn't get right. And of course, I'm sure you're all aware that Chelsea absolutely stomped Norwich 7-0. What a shame. I was really hoping Norwich would pull something out the bag, but it just doesn't happen nowadays. I feel really sorry for them. I think they are going to go down this season. It's going to be sad. Though there is a silver lining. We got really, really close to getting a golden guess. So close. We got 7 correct outcomes out of 10. Absolutely unreal. Taking a look at the table, as you'd expect, we got none of them right. Very sad. And we didn't get the golden guess, but we nearly got the golden guess, so that's a win in my eyes. So overall accuracy is actually relatively high, just because of the fact we got 7 outcomes out of 10 correct. So we got 30% average accuracy, which has been higher than weeks where we've actually won guesses, bizarrely enough. So the maximum loss is obviously £11, but we have one shining light, and that's Manchester City in 3rd place. Is correct in our table as it is in the real life table. Have a look at these two to compare, but look at Brentford all the way down there. It's quite sad to see. Thank you to Jack, who suggested we have a look at the Leicester Stats this week, so let's have a quick look in there, shall we? Okay, pretty standard to real life actually. We've got Iheanacho as the highest goal scorer for Leicester in our season with 5 goals, which, makes enough sense. So does Youri Tielemans for most assists. 5 assists, bloody hell. Doing alright, isn't he? And most caps, James Justin. 8. He's pretty much been. Does that mean he's been in every game but 1 so far? They really like playing him in this simulation, don't they? Most clean sheets, Danny Ward. Playing Danny Ward over Schmeichel is an interesting choice, but I tell you what, if he gets you 3 clean sheets, largest goal difference and the most goals for are the same. Leicester have got a pretty good goals per game, 1.89. So, they've got roughly 17 goals in total so far, which is really, really good. Got a decent win percentage at 56%, but the home win percentage is poor. It's not great to see, is it? Very poor form. But certainly one of the better teams when it comes to clean sheets. We'll have to see how they fare against Arsenal next week. Without further ado, I think it's time we simulate the next match week. Match week 10, pretty much a quarter of the way through the season. 3, 2... Hello everyone, Future Matt here. Just letting you know, if you really enjoy my content and you're an absolute Sigma male, then feel free to subscribe. We're that close to the 100 sub giveaway and I'm excited for it. On with the show. 1. Kicking things off, we've got Aston Villa drawing with West Ham 2-2. It's a game I could probably see going this way, though I think West Ham have got a bit of momentum coming into this. Unfortunate for Brentford this week as well, losing 2-0 to Burnley. That's a shame. Brentford have been really unlucky these past 2 games, haven't they? I do want to see them start winning again soon now. Okay, great. Iheanacho adds another goal. 1 in this game against Arsenal, 2-0 it predicts, which is absolutely 100% guaranteed. And Liverpool beating Brighton 3-0. They've come off 2 hard fixtures, haven't they? They've just played Man City Brighton and now they're going to play Liverpool. That's quite sad. City beating Crystal Palace 2-1. They've gone from beating Brighton to beating Brighton's bitter rivals, which, I'm sure Brighton fans will be quite happy with. Newcastle pulling one out the bag and drawing 1-1 with Chelsea. That is fantastic. That investment is really paying off. Norwich 0, Leeds 0. It's nice to see Norwich get a few points on the board. Based off real life results, you'd expect Leeds would probably win this. Spurs beating Man United 3-1. After last week, I'm not even sure United are going to score a single goal past Spurs. Even though both teams aren't in a great position right now, I will still probably expect Spurs to win this. Watford coming off their 5-2 high, only to go and lose against Southampton at home. And Everton doing the opposite, and after their crushing defeat with Watford, they turn it around and beat Wolves away. Oh, just after this week, Youri Tielemans is now the highest assister. They must have played Kasper Schmeichel last game because he's now drawing for the most clean sheets as well. Okay, so we have a shift in the momentum here. Manchester City have knocked Manchester United off the top spot. United have been there for so long now. Tottenham Hotspur in second. United United down to 3rd, and Leicester, after that win, come up to 4th, with Liverpool and Watford trailing behind. And sadly going down is Norwich, Wolves and Brentford. Such a shame for Brentford, isn't it, really? So I filled out the betting slip, and we don't really have that many high odds this week. We only have a maximum return of 123, which compared to other weeks is really low. So that just goes to show maybe we've got a few accurate predictions here. The highest one we have is Tottenham 3-1 versus Manchester United. For some reason it thinks that's unlikely, but, you know, it probably isn't. So, yeah, let's get that bet placed. And I've got the golden guess filled out as well, which will give us a total of £12,959. The highest odds I saw was the Newcastle draw with Chelsea, and that's at 5-1. So, yeah, they obviously expect Chelsea will probably win that. But even still, I can't wait for all that money to come piling in. Thank you very much for watching, you beautiful people, and goodbye.